Hello and welcome to the channel, Gav Axeman Spins. Quick video today. This is, as promised, a review of the latest book in an ongoing series by Simon Goddard. So this one is called Odyssey 75, which obviously you've probably guessed by now is running through David Bowie's kind of 70s, and I think they're going to stop in 1980. That's book number 6 now, so quick recap. So for those that haven't seen these before, all easily available. The hardbacks tend to be slightly limited. I started with the paperbacks and have carried on. So it starts obviously as you would expect in 1970, 71, guess what's next, 72, 73, and then last year we got 74. That was a great book, and now we've got 75. So the nice thing about this, when you put them all together, they are starting to make a nice little library. So when you kind of plop them up, that's what they look like. For those that don't know, the writing style of Simon Goddard with these books are in the moment. So it's not told as a look back, it's told in real time. So the events that are happening in the period of the books take place are in real time. So in the latest book, you've got totally disparate events like the burgeoning popularity of Margaret Thatcher. You've got the Cambridge rapist. You've got industrial action, very present with what's going on in Birmingham and Binns at the moment. You've got Hollywood, because obviously in the time period that this book is written, the approach to be in the Man Who Fell to Earth comes in, and I probably didn't realise how kind of critical that was for kind of digging David Bowie out of a self-induced kind of hole of cocaine, drugs, isolation. He was reading a lot of occult books that had a fascination with the Third Reich and Hitler and all of that type of stuff. There's a few interviews he does around this time period where he says Britain needs a strong leader, and there's a really great picture in here because that kind of interview does coincides with the rise of Maggie. So that's a great one, isn't it? So that's David Bowie there in 75, and that's Margaret Thatcher having a hair done. So it's kind of weird parallels. But films like Rollerball are mentioned. Obviously his time with Glenn Hughes of Deep Purple up in the LA valleys. The spectre of Charlie Manson was still around, invoking paranoia. They're just really good books, and what's great is everything kind of pulls together as the book wears on to point in the future. It kind of Britain in 1975 is not portrayed as a particularly great place. The whole glam thing has died off. The charts are full of bubblegum pop. Punk has yet to arrive. The prog rock is at its kind of ascendancy and becoming more and more bloated, in his opinion. He's not a fan of Queen and Bohemian Rhapsody, which comes in for a bit of a kick in. But great books, really well written. When they ever do book reviews, it's kind of weird that they don't get a huge amount of views, but I kind of like doing them because this is like an ongoing series. So probably the best thing I can do is just read a little bit of the book that gives you a flavour of what's kind of coming. So this is just a little bit about the track station to station. This is I'll just read from the book. So David doesn't cut any corners. The Duke demands an epic, and that's what he gives him. A 10-minute monster, not a song more sweet. It's not all one tune and not all one tempo. It's not rock and roll, though it has feedback in guitars, and it's not soul, though in places it has a funky rhythm section. It's not composed purely of notes, but sounds. It might be the kind of music Kraftwerk would make if they suddenly decided they wanted to be Led Zeppelin, or vice versa. It's stealed ideas from both, but sounds like neither. And I'll go on. As his nominated title track, it completes the new album. It only has 6 songs, but this is one of them, and Wild is the Wind is another. And the 4 that lie between hold their own with immaculate poise. It near killed him to make it, but in not quite dying for his sins, David shifts the musical Teutonic plates at the end of a year when they looked locked solid. Now that he has, there's no shifting them back. All Genies Out of Their Bottles, the hard work of 1975, His and Others is done. In London, the Sex Pistols. In Dusseldorf, Kraftwerk. In New York, Horses. In LA, Station to Station. The second half of the 70s can finally begin. And it's really hard to kind of think, but if you enjoy good, well-written music books, highly recommend this. And as I say, it is part of a set, and they are absolutely brilliant. He's done loads of books. Simon Goddard, he's done some stuff on the Smiths. There's a good one on Elvis. Postcard Records is another one I think he's done. Great one on the Stones called Rollers Rocking. That's a cracking, or Roller-esque actually, I think that's called. That's a really good book. But all of his stuff's well worth reading, so highly recommend. That will keep you busy if you go out and start tracking those down. The Simon Goddard Bowie Odyssey series, and the latest one is 75. And if I was you, I'd go buy. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.